Let's just go to Google first. Let's start there. And we're gonna type in custom bass guitar bridge. And they are not in the ranking there. But some of the competitors I've looked into are on there. Hi guys, how are you? We're coming for you. Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Breakpoint Films Uncut. My name's Jordan Young and I'm the director of photography over at Breakpoint Films. I've been wanting to create content like this for a while now to give you a closer look at how we create some of these commercials and ads at Breakpoint Films. And well, here we are. I'll be honest with you, I'm not very comfortable on camera, which is why I'm usually behind it. But I figured if I could create some content around how I do what I do, and if it can help inspire even one of you with what we're doing here, then I guess making this video was well worth my time, or I guess your time. Both? Maybe both. Okay, so today we're talking about an exciting project that I've just picked up and started, and if you're a musician, and particularly a bass player, then you might want to pay attention. The product is actually, if you can see this bad boy, I'll cut to it, but it's called the KSM Foundation Bass Bridge, and it's by KSM Guitars. They custom make this bass bridge, and I'm going to make a commercial for it. This bass bridge solves a few things for bass players, and I'm going to target that. Most bass players would know anytime you're changing your strings and all that, you typically have to readjust your bridge so that you're not getting buzzing or intonation problems or anything like that. And so this thing, once you set it, it stays. You swap your strings, you're good to go. If you use drop tunings at all for your music, this thing is going to be your best friend. It's just a killer product. Part of what I do with Breakpoint Films is when I take on a project, I don't want to just go and film a commercial and give you the commercial. Marketing is more about finding your audience where they're at versus wasting energy trying to get them to find you. What are people searching for online in the first place? Let's just go to Google first. Let's start there. And we're gonna type in custom bass guitar bridge. And they are not in the ranking there. But some of the competitors I've looked into are on there. Hi guys, how are you? We're coming for you. More than likely what people are going to end up doing that buy this, they're not even really aware of the fact that they need this or that this exists. So they're going to be searching online for things to solve their problems. So they're going to be looking online for how to keep my bass in tune or intonation issues. If you're a musician, you'd be typing that in. So I use software to go through and I look up how frequently a keyword is being searched. And I say, okay, well, for instance, we can go and look up right now. Let's look up fix bass guitar buzzing, because that's an issue that this fixes. Bass guitar buzzing. Search. Says that there's only about 20 people searching, 60 people searching for that a month globally, about 60 searches. There's 20 for fixing fret buzz on bass guitar. So we'll do drop tuning bass guitar. See, now that bass guitar drop D tuning. So somebody would be looking that up, and they'd likely be looking that up to figure out how to tune it to that and look for tips. They leave that video thinking, maybe I want to buy that. If it actually improves my playing and the playability of my bass, especially when drop tuning it, then I might want to buy that. So I actually created a blog for that that's going out, and it's already kind of targeted for stuff like that as well. But you know, there's 480 people a month that's searching that particular long tail keyword of bass guitar drop D tuning. there's 320 people that are searching bass guitar drop C tuning. So this is the type of research that goes into looking up what I want to base my content off of in the first place. I want to make sure that it's relevant to what the target audience is trying to find online. Just because it makes sense to me, or you as the business owner, or you as the artist, doesn't mean that it makes sense to the rest of us out there. So for this particular product, yeah, it's for bass players, but I'm not going to target just all bass players. I'm going to be a little specific with the campaign. So this campaign that we're going to film tomorrow is a therapy session for a bass player who is struggling with some of those issues I just mentioned. So mind you, he's complaining about all of these issues that he experiences as a heavy metal bass player to his therapist, who happens to recommend this, right? But what I'm most excited about tomorrow is the building that we're shooting it in. It's actually a therapist office, so like that makes my life easy as far as going in and setting up a background and all that. So tomorrow's commercial, it's going to be a mix of camera on sticks and a bit of dolly shot, and I'm going to have a rather small, very, very small skeleton crew, and by skeleton crew I mean myself, my buddy Chris, who's been in a couple videos that's on the channel, and he'll be doing double duty. He'll mainly be acting, but I'm gonna need him to help me move that day in a dolly track a couple times, just because it's gonna be on Apple boxes. It's a lot easier to do with 2 people. So as far as gear goes, I'm gonna kind of keep it somewhat stripped down. I'll be using our main key light, this Nova P300. There's a bunch of natural light in this building, so I don't anticipate having to bring too much lighting, but I'll bring that and, you know, an arm around in case I need a good backlight and kicker. I can tuck that onto a C-stand in somewhere and just have it boomed in. So yeah, Sony FX6, A7 for backup, so BTS, and I just like having it for backup. The sensor matches, it's same color profile. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough for this video. Oh, hello again. Here we are. I've got Chris loading my car up because, you know, he's helpful as shit. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, don't say hi. That's fine. I forgot my coffee. It's unlocked. I'm gonna go get my coffee because, as you guys know, we were up kind of late last night filming a little bit of this in-studio bit. Oh, I locked Chris out of the car. Maybe I'm not fully awake. Maybe my brain doesn't work as well as I thought it did with lack of sleep. But I forgot my coffee. Let's go get the coffee. Okay, so let's figure out where I'm gonna set the camera. I'll probably want to pull stuff out just a touch. So there's those lights. Yeah, how does this bad boy turn on?
1, 2, so third notch is all 3.
So that's fine. I like that there.
Okay.
Oh my heck. We're gonna have to go back. I forgot the bass.
Ah!
I have to get the bass guitar. That's okay, I'll get set up and then we'll go. Luckily, my house is literally like, I could walk there in 10 minutes from where we are.
Well, don't you say you take your one wheel down to the store?
I brought the one wheel down here before. It's been kind of fun. But it's not possible we have.
Not with all that equipment, no.
There's a video where I had this, like I first got the one wheel and I had like the DJI that you're filming with, like not that one because it died.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. But I like totally ate shit on the one wheel. Like, we'll cut that into here, but I just crashed hard. I got it on camera still. I saved it. We're
Setting up this cutscene for
Now
years now.
That's what you guys get to watch while we set this up. So you watch me wipe out on a one wheel, and when we get back, we'll have some grip equipment and the cameras kind of set up in place, and then we'll go get the base.
Okay.
All good. Thank you. Hell yeah. Okay. First wipeout. That was a good one. Okay. Checking the window, I might have fucked it up. Fuck me, I think I broke it. We're going to build the Dana Dolly. Here's the portable track system that I was talking about. I'm excited about this. We've used it a couple times and I'm super happy about the results with it. Let's go ahead and grab, this is the universal adapter in kit, so technically you could go and get anything. I think it's from like 1.5 inch or 1 inch to 2 inch pipe that you can run through this. The reason I went through this is because when you put all these together, it's like 9 feet, yeah? But I don't want to have 9 feet packed into the back of my hatchback. But as you see here, all your pipes come in these nice little sleeves. They're all packed, so that's super convenient. Okay, so each end has a threaded side and then an unthreaded side. Obviously be careful, watch me cross thread this as I say be careful. I like to just make sure that it's nice and level and it's not forcing in any way. Nice and smooth, easy peasy, and they did a great job on these. Like, it is super smooth. When you run the track wheels over it, you don't even feel that connection. So we don't need this to be 9 feet long today. So we're just gonna do 2 rails on each side. But as you can see, we could add another one and stick the white rail way longer, and then we just stick a center support underneath it.
You want me to take it?
No, you're good. So that one's gonna go here. And then these guys, just get the washer on top. It's kind of actually hard to do it straight up and down.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Well, I feel like I get scared doing it straight up and down like this because there's the weight from it, and I don't want the weight to like add to like the ease of turning it, and then all of a sudden I've cross-threaded it, you know?
Right.
That's why I tend to kind of try and do it off the ground, but whatever. Nerd. Nerd. But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't even be using those stands. Back to my point, like, holy crap, anybody that makes it through any one of my videos. Chris, how have you been my friend this long? Because I can't stay focused when I can, like, look, I'm already talking about something else, and I was talking about—
But you're still doing work.
I know, but I was just trying to explain something about, oh yeah, I wouldn't have even used those combo stands because they'd be too tall. I'm gonna probably be on this level of Apple Box the whole way through. And Chris, what is this Apple Box? This is orientation called?
This one's New York.
Oh damn! Pop quiz, Chris passed. And I need to go get my TSA pre-check renewed. So, 75mm bowl adapter. Here's our washer. we'll just be swapping from there over to here. Already on way. So let's.
I mean, I filmed what we're
Let me
filming.
give you a rundown. So we're gonna start with this shot here on 1 Bravo, 1B. Scene 1 Bravo, which is a medium close-up interior day. Kind of a low angle as you can see where the camera is. And it's gonna be of my wife, Ellie, playing the therapist here, sitting in this chair, and then we'll run through these first shots. So I built this shot list so that we could get her out first. So these shots all have to do with Ellie, and then Ellie can leave after those shots. And then it'll just be you and me again, Chris.
All right.
You and me against the world, I guess. Cool. So I'm gonna go get the base now that I forgot. So
Okay. And I'm gonna
Chris is gonna
hang
hold
back
down
and-
the fort.
That's right.
Hey, Chris, have fun. You
Okay.
want a drink? Want food?
No, I'm all right.
Really simple from here on out.
All right. I'll see you in a bit. Keep it rolling here by myself. A little scared. There's nobody here. Never know. There could be someone hidden in the back. Weird noises.
It's cute. See your mom's distress.
Did you not see those? Cute.
I brought some
Let me
clothes.
get in the car because I got looked at too much. That strange man.
You slayed the show, So you're gonna kind of chuckle, right? Because he had just said his line right here was before or something like you'd ask him, "How does this make you feel?" And he's like, "Pisses me off. I feel like
Frustrating. Oh, sorry.
nobody notices me." Or even blah blah blah. So you're just laughing because the inside joke is nobody ever thinks about the bass player.
Place their feet wins.
Unless they're Pete Wentz or there's a few really good bass players out there, but I don't know why anybody says that. But yeah, that's the joke that nobody thinks about. And so you're laughing, and then you look up and you realize, oh, he's screwed up. So you're kind of like, that's where you get your line. And 3, 2, 1.
Of course, people think about the bass player.
We just wrapped on Ellie, so now we're set for Chris. Take a peek. A couple more things we gotta do, but for the most part, this is gonna be our shot. Him sitting. Okay, so we're gonna start with the push in, and which is the first shot of the commercial, and then we end on a pull out, which is the last shot of the commercial. So we'll get both of those while we're sitting right here. We've just swapped things over. We've moved our Nova P300 to be the key light for Chris over here. We're gonna leave it at 5600 Kelvin. And then we've moved our backlight to kind of be a little bit more motivated by those lamps behind him. So we're gonna set that to 32 Kelvin. And then Chris is just chilling there. We just left our mic where it was, just literally turned it so it was over here, slid it a couple feet that way and over to there. So now we're gonna end up on our dolly for the next couple shots here. We just wrapped on all of our Dana dolly shots. This thing, man. God, I love this thing.
It's very easy to actually put up too. It's not that big of a hassle.
This shot looks so nice. Anyways, okay, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it.
Okay.
This is actually another thing I need to do a little product review video on, but this is a fluid head by a brand called Suri, I don't know how the hell you say it. I bought it with my own money. They didn't send me it. This is equipment I bought, but check this out. Most of them, as you know, you have to sit and twist a bunch. This has got this quick release thing, so you literally just give it a couple twists, right? And instead of having to go the whole way, you pull that button, and you drop the washer on the ground, and then you take your whole entire rig, drop it onto your tripod here, hold that button back in, and instead of twisting it tight a bunch, you just, push that button and it's like 3 turns and it's tight. So, boom. I do like that feature. Big fan of that one so far. So let's go ahead and strike this Dana dolly. Oh yeah, dude, why do I not do this as more of a vlog camera? Look at that thing.
That's why I like this thing.
I probably should put the 24mm on here because look at this. This is really tight on my face. This is the 40. But I only wanted to pull this out to say that we wrapped, but now I gotta put the 24 on it. Hold on, damn it. Oh yeah, that's way better. 24mm. See, come look, Chris. See, now it's not right on my face.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
That's more vlog style. Okay, so we just wrapped. Chris did great. Chris is a man of many hats and many talents. Back there all blurry. There he is, there he is. There he is. Okay. Anyways, so that was fun. I'm excited to get home and cut this all together, but now we gotta get it all cleaned up. So here comes the other fun part of filming. Okay, so I think the shoot went good. I am home and I have just ingested all of the footage and renamed it. I'll show you what I do at this stage. So I've gone through and named all of our files accordingly to the shot. So 1A, 1B, 1C. Did the same with our audio here. Named all those so they match. And then obviously, for those that don't know, that's what the slate's for, so we named that. And then I can line it up with the audio. So now I'm just kind of going through and I've got it all put into what I call a string out. And so I'm going to go through and pull the best parts from each take and start assembling. And to kind of help me through it, I've just got my script here so I can kind of quickly access it and look at it and see where things are at. And that kind of came in use for naming it. So, I knew that this was a shot order I went in. Typically I'd have what's called a camera report, but as you guys seen, we were running pretty skeleton crew. So, we're gonna just go off of the notes from the pre-production, but this is why you do it. So now I know that I've got everything I need, so I'm just gonna come through here and start assembling and seeing how it goes, see if we're gonna need any pickup shots, which I don't think we will. It went pretty smooth. Okay, so that went well. Thanks for hanging out this long if you've made it this far through the video. I think part of the reason that it went so well today is there was pre-production. I am a big advocate for doing pre-production. The more time you can spend before you actually hit record on the camera, the more likely that you're gonna be able to A, get the shot that you want, but more importantly, deal with challenges and different things that present themselves on set, because that's how it always goes. In my mind, you do the pre-production so that you can have a little bit more brain power on shoot day to go with plan B, because it's always gonna be plan B or C or D or E. Anyways, thanks for sticking it out this long. Here's the final product that we're gonna deliver to our client, and if you're a bass player, maybe consider upgrading your bass with the KSM Foundation Bass Bridge.
So Dave, tell me what's been troubling you.
It's my bass. Every time I play in drop tuning, it's terrible.
And how does that make you feel?
It's frustrating. It makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and that people only think of me as a bass player. Maybe not at all.
People think about Pete Wentz, of course they think about bass players. Have you considered upgrading your bass with a KSM Foundation Bass Bridge?
Have I considered what?
It'll help keep your bass in tune, even in drop C or drop D tuning. No more flabby notes, just pure heavy metal power.
Really? It will help with my tone?
Absolutely. With the KSM Foundation Bass Bridge, you'll have better sustain, perfect intonation, and tone so clear, even your guitars will stop blaring at you.
Even Jeff?
Even Jeff.
Stop blaming your bass for bad tone. Upgrade to the KSM Foundation Bass Bridge and unleash your full potential.
So you want to come see my show this weekend?
I'm sorry, but I am busy this weekend.
What about next weekend?
Thanks for checking it out. If you are a filmmaker yourself and have tips or questions, drop them in the comment. If you are somebody that's looking for content to promote your own brand or business, hit us up at Breakpoint Films. We're happy to come and do the same for you and help you produce a commercial that speaks to your audience. As always, I'm Jordan Young. We'll see you next time. Oh, important. Hey, hi Fiona. Welcome to the party. Hold for cat in frame. Yep. Why do they always want to show you that part of their anatomy? I never understand that. Anyways. I was gonna mention there's a few things that was learned on this production between film day and editing and now, but the most important was how to properly put together a lampshade. Look at that. That's a cool trick, huh?